Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel is all about traveling, how to elevate your travel, how to use points and miles to elevate your travel without spending any extra money, and also how to get your finances in order so that way you can qualify for these credit cards and get the rewards and also just kind of live a financially free life. In this video, I'm going to talk about what I do each month for my budget. Like, how do I track my spending? How do I budget? What are the steps that I take? So first thing I want to say is I definitely take advantage of automation and software. So what I do is right now I am what I like to call paycheck agnostic. It doesn't matter when I get paid through the month. All that money goes into my savings account. And at the beginning of each month, I just take out what I need. And I'll go into a little more detail about what that looks like. But basically, I'm not waiting to get paid. So if I get paid twice a month on the 15th and then on the end of the month. So I'm not waiting on the 15th to say, okay, this paycheck's coming in. Now what am I going to use it for? That paycheck goes straight to a savings account. The paycheck at the end of the month goes straight to a savings account. And then at the beginning of the month, I pull out the money, which means that I have enough in my savings account for my monthly buffer. I at least have 1 month's of income in the savings account. I have other savings accounts that I'll talk about later, but I have this, what I call my monthly holding savings account, and the money goes in there during the month. So that way, when the next month comes, I'm pulling it out. So if anything happens, if my direct deposit's delayed, or I don't know, there's a glitch in the company's paycheck processing system, I'm not worried about that because I'm living on at least the money from the previous month. So as I said, I take advantage of automation. So what I do with my paycheck, I already have the money split to go to different accounts. I have however much I had set to save goes directly to my savings account. I have however much of my mortgages plus a little extra pay it off early goes to my mortgage payment account, which is just another savings account. And the money for my 401k and all that already gets taken out as well. So the money that goes into my checking account is really only the money that I need for the month. And that is for food and groceries, gas, miscellaneous, like monthly bills, etc. None of my savings goes in there. None of my retirement goes in there. My mortgage doesn't go in there. That's all separate. So that makes my budgeting a little more streamlined because of the automation that I have. Those are set up each month to pay on their own. And then I'm just focused on what my monthly expenses are for spending. So when I first started this process, I would have, because I tracked what I spend down to the penny, and I'd have a bunch of different budget categories. I'd separate food, like groceries, from dining out, from like household supplies, including toilet paper, cleaning supplies, separate that from Amazon spending and like all of this other stuff. And now that I've been budgeting for a while, I've streamlined that into a couple of different categories. So I have a category for giving. I have a category for what I call like monthly spending, which is gas and other miscellaneous things that I need to get. I have a category for food, and food includes anything that I purchase at a grocery store, which includes personal hygiene and toiletries and cleaning supplies. And it also includes dining out. So anytime we order out, all of that kind of gets lumped in to the food category. I have household expenses, which has all of my bills and anything I need to pay that goes with the household. So electricity and water and internet and like all of that stuff goes into that bucket. And then I do have a bucket for my Roth IRA. That's not taken out automatically. I'm working on getting that done, but right now that goes into my checking account. And then I do have a automated monthly transfer from my checking account to my Roth IRA. So that's really the categories that I have. So each month, at the beginning of the month, I pull the same amount of money from my savings account and that is automated. So on the first of the month, there's an automated transfer from my savings account to my checking account. That includes the money that I use for the month. That comes out. I log on to my budget software and I fill those categories each month and I'm done. I mean, it takes maybe 10 minutes at the beginning of each month to do my budget for the month. Each week, usually on Wednesdays, I'll just go through and reconcile my transactions. So I use credit cards a whole lot. Most of all my spending goes on credit cards. Those get paid off at the end of each month. The statement balance gets paid in full. And so I just reconcile my account, look at the charges, make sure I recognize them, and just kind of keep up with what's coming in so I can see how much money is left in each of my buckets. And I'll say that this wasn't always the case. I've been using YNAB as a software that I need. You need a budget, YNAB. I've been using it for about 10 years. And so this process has changed over time. Like I said, I started with very granular categories. I would daily track what I'm spending because I didn't know when I first started, I didn't know how much I was spending on certain aspects. But now that I have 10 years worth of data, I can see how much I spend, and so I can appropriately plan for that. And so I will go in as well as I'm making purchases, I'll enter it into the app and then I can reconcile those once a week. But yeah, it's been 10 years of kind of doing this process for me to streamline it to the 10-minute a month and maybe 5-minute each week to reconcile process. But it works for me. There is like so many things, with work and family and life that I just don't have the capacity as I used to really dig into my budget. So by having things automated and streamlining my categories, I really feel like I have a handle on what's going on. My priorities are already being taken care of, specifically with the automation. And then I can just kind of focus on the things that I need to do to keep my house running and to just kind of keep us going throughout the month. So that is my monthly budget process. I would love to hear what you guys do each month. Comment below. Let me know kind of what your process is, either each month, each week, however you budget. If you have questions about how I budget or maybe about my categories or how I got to where I am, comment below too. I would love to see those questions and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. If you like this content, make sure you subscribe, share this with someone else who you might also think would enjoy this. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye.